Welcome to the Average Nobody's podcast. This is actually not technically an Average Nobody's podcast, but we are going to be doing it under the umbrella of Average Nobody's. I got two of the original Average Nobodies with me, actually. So this is Sean and Adam, and we're going to be talking today about a theory that's been clawing at the inside of my brain, and I think that this is something worth podcasting about. So I wanted to go with this. Anyway, Sean, you want to
Sure.
talk about this?
So the theory I found, it was simply on Facebook. I'm not going to say I drudged through deep internet, stayed up all night typing in hard doing a hard time coding, but I was just, sifting through my Facebook feed, and I found this revealed Ben Affleck's Batman is the biggest plot twist since Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker. That's obviously a lot of buzzwords, with how Star Wars is right now.
Yeah.
But, it got my attention. By the way, it's authored by Rick. It was a bold move not to throw his last name on this. I don't know how anybody's going to find him. Authored by Rick. Posted on
TotalSpoiler.com editor.
Yep. Apparently this is a summary of a 15 chapter thesis.
That's insane. That means this person must have been working on this. I'm trying to think, when did the trailer come out? Comic-Con, right? Didn't the trailer come out?
Yeah,
the actual trailer
so that's a lot of work.
This person does not have a job.
That's a lot.
This person does not have a job.
Adam, I think you said it best, get a life.
Yep.
Although, here we are talking about it.
Here we are using our lives to talk about it, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about this until since you showed it to me, Sean. I know all three of us are huge Batman fans and huge Superman fans, and can't wait to see this goddamn movie. But this fan theory just absolutely blew my mind, and we have to talk about it.
Yeah. Let's before we jump into this, let's just take a second and let's talk about what this is, why this is so awesome, and like why this generally is so awesome. It's like it's twists in movies and like things that we want. Like this is what we look for. Something like a twist in movie like this that doesn't usually come around. And like they said, it's like the Darth Vader being Luke's father.
Vader, yeah.
Spoiler alert, everybody.
Something like this would absolutely set apart the DC Comics universe from the Marvel Comics universe.
Absolutely.
This would be huge.
Because it's the Marvel comic universe. While I'm a huge fan of it, and I'll pay any amount of money to see those movies, and I love them, they're pretty standard. Like, they have a formula, and it works, and that's awesome. But the twist that the author of this thesis is talking about is really something, and it would essentially it would be the biggest plot twist since Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, and just
in my opinion.
Exactly, just to expand on that, going on the Marvel Iron Man 3.
Oh, yeah.
This article actually cites that twist, and in my opinion, if this is true, this would blow that twist out of the water.
So what was the Iron Man 3 twist? Was that the Mandarin was not
an actor?
He's an actor.
He was an actor.
Yeah,
it was a pretty good twist.
It was,
and that was cool that going into the theater, I thought what's the actor's name? I don't know his name.
Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, I thought Ben Kingsley was the Mandarin. So that was cool. Yeah, definitely. Just quickly, any of you guys' favorite plot twists in movies?
Spring one on me.
I got one.
Okay.
I got Fight Club. I didn't see it until my freshman year of college, which was I was home for Thanksgiving break or Christmas break in like 2007, 2008, and nobody had ruined it for me. And I was watching the movie in my room, and living room, and my jaw dropped. I had no idea. And it was great because nobody told me.
I probably watched it on the same time, and that was awesome.
That's the best one. When you can find a movie that nobody's ruined for you, and it holds something like that. I mean, you can bring up the Shyamalans and whatnot. What is it?
The problem I have with the Shyamalans now is now it's
you
like
expect
you look for it now. You look for it.
Memento.
Memento. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Hey, another Chris Nolan movie.
Hey, he likes it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
for me,
before
Saw. Just I don't throw it out there.
Ooh.
Saw 1 got me like crazy. Like I've never remember being that surprised.
That was
at the
pretty
end of the
nutty.
movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
So
let's jump right in.
Before we lose you, the plot twist, the headline grabber for me when I read this article was Ben Affleck is not playing Bruce Wayne. That's the main thing I took away from this. And I read it, and when I first found out Ben Affleck was going to be Bruce Wayne and Batman, I lost my mind because Ben Affleck is the man.
Yeah.
And I was really excited for it. And so, anyways, we'll go through who we think he is. Just because he's not Bruce Wayne does not mean he isn't Batman.
Yeah.
And that's a good distinction.
The author of this article goes in depth about how this is possible.
And just so everybody knows, if you're listening to this on iTunes, if you go to averagenobodies.com, I will have the theory posted there. It'll also be on our Facebook. So if you want to look at the actual theory, you can. By this time, you could probably just search it in Google and you'll be able to find it. But
let's just make sure that's APA. Cited
I'll make
to
sure,
Rick.
I'll make sure.
Just make sure Rick is on there.
I'll make sure Rick gets his due.
Yes, Rick needs to be credited.
Brazilian pop culture specialist. That's what he is.
Yes.
Yeah. So it starts off, and what do we
do? The next page. Start with the next page. The next page starts off, and it basically explains how we're led to believe that Ben Affleck is playing Bruce Wayne's Batman, just because of what's on IMDb and word of mouth, and he's in the trailer. He's running towards Wayne Enterprises, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's playing Batman. They don't actually call him Bruce. They don't call him Mr. Wayne. They don't, other than Superman, they don't use a name in any of the trailers.
Yes.
Which brings us to
so they don't use the name Bruce Wayne?
No, not at all.
Not at all in the trailers.
All they do is the Batman.
I'm going to the IMDb page, but they already said in this that the IMDb pages have been known to have been
they reference in Batman Begins that Liam Neeson's character had a different name other than Ra's al Ghul, and we all know that he played Ra's al Ghul.
Right. And they actually, the person who was the audience was being tricked to believe was Ra's al Ghul was credited as Ra's al Ghul.
Right.
So it's not beyond them to do this type of thing.
No, not at all. He is credited as Bruce Wayne / Batman in IMDb, Ben Affleck, but
right. But
again,
but this what
were you just saying?
They're not. Yeah. That would be absolutely ridiculous if they tried to pull one over and nobody looked at IMDb.
Or if they went to IMDb and they were still trying to be coy about it and they just had Ben Affleck and no character listing.
Yeah, or just Batman.
Exactly.
Because Batman is a symbol.
He is.
And anybody can
Guardian.
And the article also references that Batman is a symbol, and in animated series and comic books, more than one person has been Batman other than Bruce Wayne.
Absolutely.
And it's happened often.
Oh yeah. Batman Beyond, right? Who's that dude?
I forget his name.
He was not worth it anyways.
But the article doesn't quite jump off with them talking about who Ben Affleck is playing. Rather, it starts with something that a lot of people seem to be grabbing onto, is that in the trailer you can see Robin's suit. You can see the R in the trailer on the suit, and it says, what does the suit say actually?
It's the joke's on.
It says, haha, the joke's on you. And there are two what look like puncture marks in the shoulders of the suit, and in the still of Jared Leto, there are two puncture marks in the same part.
Yeah.
So that's sort of a clue that Jared Leto was at one point, he could have been Robin.
Yeah, I think that's definitely. This is one of I think the whole theory is pretty sound, but I think that Jared Leto being the Joker, being Robin is at one point is definitely that's pretty telling right there.
And if I understand it correctly, it's not necessarily he's the Joker. He is the next Joker. The Joker almost corrupted him in some way.
Sure,
which is a cool way to kind of sell the Joker in there. I would imagine if this was kind of the plan the whole way through, and Heath Ledger was still alive, it would be.
It'd be Heath Ledger.
He would have been in Dark Knight Rises. And
probably, absolutely. I think that's awesome. It also, why else would you have the Robin suit? There's really no other. There's really no other reason to have a Robin suit there. If you know what I mean? I don't know.
The part where now, I guess we'll just dive into this.
Let's go right in.
Is that what if Jared Leto is playing Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character from the Dark Knight trilogy?
Yep.
Is what this article is suggesting.
Essentially that he took up the mantle as Robin.
Right.
And then as his own superhero character, and then transitioned to this movie, corrupted by the Joker, turns to this, Bruce Wayne is gone.
Right.
Bruce Wayne has since retired. Someone who Ben Affleck is playing
Steps
has
in
taken
as
over as Batman.
Yeah, absolutely. After reading this, I went back and watched the trailer. One of the big things that was glaring, just like absolutely glaring, since when ever in any movie, any Batman movie, anything, did Bruce Wayne have a family?
Oh yeah, that was huge.
Never.
Never. He's never had a family.
Ever. And you know what, too? It was just like me being blinded by how awesome the trailer was and how excited I was for it. That's such a glaring.
They
like,
do focus on that part where it's
him running to
Ben Affleck is also he's opening up that article. It says
you let your family
die.
Like
what family?
Yep. Absolutely.
So what family did? If Ben Affleck is in fact playing Bruce Wayne, what family did he lose?
Yeah.
Which is puzzling.
Awesome. And didn't Deathstroke, who we haven't gotten to yet, but didn't he have a family that died?
He did.
We'll get back to that. Yeah.
There's a few.
Now he talks a lot about John Blake, who is Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character's name in The Dark Knight Rises.
I thought this was kind of a stretch.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the looking alike.
This is Sarah Illuminati stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the switching actors doesn't really bother me. They've done that.
They did that in Batman Begins in The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
switched actors.
So they're not like
thank God
beyond...
they did, because Katie Holmes is not a great actress.
Agreed.
But she's better to look at than the other one, I guess.
The other one,
Gyllenhaal.
What's her name?
Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Here we are in our friend's basement judging.
Yeah,
right. I'm sorry, ladies. I didn't.
I mean, if she was here,
nothing.
Yeah. So I'm absolutely. I don't really think that they we're gonna cast Jared Leto because he looks like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I think this part was sort of a stretch.
Especially the name, John.
The name and putting that together. I mean, if it ends up happening in the movie, I can accept it as this fan's theory.
Yeah.
But I think, there's so much in here.
Yeah, all right. So let me jump on one thing. Like Sean was just saying, they're saying John Blake, take the first two last letters. It's joke, that right, and then they go from the jokes on me. That song, and they're like
the trailer in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, exactly. They're getting that.
They also reference the song.
I started a joke.
Yeah, and it's I started a joke, which started the whole world crying, but I didn't see that the joke was on me. It's by the Bee Gees.
Yeah,
huge fan of the Bee Gees, going back a long time. But. And then they just kind of, they just kind of like dissecting that song and saying, hey, the joke's on us.
Yeah.
After the trilogy, everybody started crying. It's
a little bit of a stretch for me.
For me, it's a stretch. That, but that could be something like, hey, we're onto something. Oh my God, look at this too.
Yeah. So anyway, do we want to just come on? I mean, we've been teasing it right now. The person in this theory,
well,
who they
I
think,
want
to. All right, yeah.
That, the person they think Ben Affleck is playing is not Bruce Wayne. He is Batman, but he is a man by the name of Slade Wilson, who doubles as a Marvel supervillain and sometimes hero, Deathstroke. Sorry, Marvel. DC. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Deathstroke.
Which is hilarious because Deadpool, his name is Wade Wilson. Wilson, Slade Wilson. And there was that whole thing of that Marvel stole.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. I'm not educated in the arts.
There's literally one for everyone except Batman.
Right.
There's another one.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense.
So that's what essentially what the writer of this article is saying. But not only that, but he's also suggesting that Suicide Squad, Batman vs Superman, and Man of Steel all exist within the same universe as Christopher Nolan's first 3 Batman movies.
I would be so happy if that's the case.
So happy.
Because why would they 3 of DC's best movies?
The 3 best comic book movies.
Yes. The 3 best comic book movies.
Agreed.
I think Captain America's up there too.
Yeah. Hey, Spider-Man 1.
Captain America is so far down my list.
Marvel is
X-Men, dude.
Marvel's a whole nother thing though. We already talked about it.
Okay,
anyway,
we'll back up.
The 3 best comic book movies, definitely. That they're gonna do that. Christian Bale, one of the best Batmans. Tom Hardy, Heath Ledger,
I'm Batman.
best, some of the best villains in comic book movies, and then that's it. And then they start a whole other thing with Ben Affleck as Batman. I would love it if Christian Bale is still involved. And they had that thing in here where the Justice League movies
I was just
are
gonna
not.
say that.
They get pushed back, or they're just not being filmed.
No, they got.
They're being
they're
filmed
not
at the
filled
same
yet.
time.
But
they haven't started yet
until after
right. And
Batman v Superman.
And Christian Bale was signed on for that, and then had to back out.
Yes.
Oh, did he have to back up? Did he?
Did he? That's awesome. That's amazing.
Where was they?
I'll shit my pants in the theater if Christian Bale comes out.
I mean, if you think about it, if they were filming it already, they would see Christian Bale on set as that.
Exactly.
And it would be all over the
Exactly.
internet.
Yeah.
This is got to be DC's best kept secret right now.
If it's true.
If it's true, which is amazing, so amazing.
So with
Christian Bale's the man to keep that secret.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Coy.
He's a purist.
Coy as fuck.
He's a purist.
What's one of the things? The first thing that this author suggests that sort of leads us to believe that is some of the merchandise that's being made for Batman vs Superman or Batman v Superman.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
We'll come to that later.
We'll
get to that. But on some of the action, there are two different Batmans being sold, and one of them has the mask on, and it has the new Batman symbol that you see in the trailers for Batman v Superman.
Yep.
And the other one, the mask isn't on, and it has the Batman symbol from the Christian Bale Batman series.
Yep.
And the face looks a lot more like Christian Bale than it does Ben Affleck with the long hair and the sort of narrower face.
It's strange. It's a strange move by a toy company to take this if it's that big of a secret and make it. I'm not as affected by this. Like I don't necessarily think.
Would they let the toy company in on the?
Yeah, like what? Yeah. Like there's all that shit going on with Star Wars now too. Supposedly, there's Star Wars playing cards that came out a couple weeks ago that are giving away parts of Force Awakens.
Oh,
don't say it. I don't want to know.
No.
Have you heard about Boba Fett?
No. I haven't heard about Boba Fett. No,
he might be back. That might be the next podcast.
Oh really? Oh well. I mean, I've heard like rumors, and I had to assume that they were going to do something. He's like the biggest fan favorite character there is in Star Wars.
Yeah, I think it. I only saw one thing on it. It was like they saw his flag in the trailer amongst a bunch of other flags. I don't think it's anything.
Anyway. The toys don't bother me as much. I don't even like. Maybe for some reason that toy company. I don't know. Are these all the same toy company? Because maybe
that's true.
Maybe the toy company that was making this Batman, the one that supposedly looks like Christian Bale, maybe they still had the fucking molds from when they were making the last Batman toys, and they were just like, "Hey,
people are gonna buy them anyway.
It's gonna be cheap. Let's just fucking rerun this head. It kind of looks like Ben Affleck."
And the author actually, he also says that like it's a toy. Somebody could have made these at home.
There are more compelling things in this article than the toys, but it's just compiling case. It's just a compiling case.
Let's get to Ben.
Yeah,
let's get to Ben Affleck as Deathstroke.
Yes.
So they point this out, and not only do they call out Ben Affleck to be playing Deathstroke, but they also call out Jeremy Irons, who is billed as Alfred, to be playing Deathstroke's butler. Also has a butler named William Randolph Wintergreen. And Jeremy Irons was quoted saying it would be a completely different Alfred than the one that we're used to. And the first piece of proof is what they look like in the comic books. Because if you see Slade Wilson dressed as Batman on a comic book cover, it looks exactly like the Ben Affleck suit that we've seen in the trailer for Batman.
It's like, it's crazy. It's the cape. It's
everything.
It's the chest piece.
It's the same suit.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
One of the things that is sort of glaring is that I guess in the comic books, Slade Wilson, one of his weapons he uses as Batman is a sword.
This is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And in the trailer, you see Batman standing in sort of a columned area with graffiti on the walls, and it looks like he has a sword by his side.
Some kind of weapon he's holding.
Yes. And again, back to what they look like in the comic books. I mean, the Alfred look is much closer. Of Jeremy Irons to this Wintergreen character is much closer, and save from the eye patch on Slade Wilson and the Ben Affleck character.
Yeah, if it was, you wouldn't be able to throw an eye patch on
right.
Bruce Wayne.
That would ruin it.
It would raise some
would
flags
ruin it if it was true.
Yeah.
So
maybe
awesome. That happens in his fight or something. Maybe that comes.
Definitely cool.
Sean,
this is one I really liked.
This is the one you liked, yeah.
This is would be just this just can't be too good. I mean, this is just too good.
It's like they couldn't throw us on this trail.
Yeah, and so the idea is that in Injustice: Gods Among Us, the game. A lot of the people say different things depending on who's fighting Superman. Batman does not say this, but Deathstroke does say, "I will make you bleed." And in the trailers, he says, "Do you bleed? You will."
Yeah.
Come on.
I know.
Very close.
And
that's to me is...
And that's such a glaring... That was like one of the main things I pulled from the trailer.
Because they'll have control.
Cool line.
They'll have control. Yeah, it's a cool line.
It's a cool line.
They'll have control over the video game, too.
Right,
Oh,
absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
And, you know, they have an idea of what gets put in there, and it's, you know, that's cool to me. I don't know.
That's really cool.
I thought this one was very interesting, too, because I'm not very familiar with this actress, Jenna Malone. Is it Jenna Malone?
Yeah. Hunger Games?
I've never seen them. I'm sorry.
Oh, she's from the Hunger Games?
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
She's the one who gets naked in the elevator?
You got...
Whoa. So she has been cast in sort of a mystery role in Batman v Superman. And at first when she was filming, she had blonde hair, and then she had... at first when she was filming, she had red hair, which led people to believe that she might have been playing Batgirl or a female version of Robin. But then through shooting, I remember hearing this, that her hair was dyed blonde. Now, Slade Wilson has a daughter named Rose Wilson, who also moonlights as, guess what, a superhero.
Whoa.
And in the comic books, at one point she has blonde hair, and at another point she has red hair. So I'm not sure if that was interesting to me. There are actually a few actors in this movie that have sort of mystery roles.
I'll buy it. I'll buy that. Absolutely.
But that one is the one that sort of everybody's been interested in because of the change in hair color. And
people always follow that.
Yeah,
they watch the actors. Jon Snow's a big one. Kit Harington. Did he cut his hair?
They got wigs.
Jon Snow is not dead, by the way.
No.
Just
I know.
no discussion.
I look at all the spoilers online. Don't worry.
Me too. That's, hence the podcast. But
right. Okay, and so we've been saying this Batman v Superman.
This is cool.
Not Batman versus
This may be another
Superman is the
Illuminati thing,
title.
but I'm buying it.
No, yeah.
I'm buying it.
No,
I mean,
but-
V is used to stand for versus.
It is, but
the way that the guy that writes this article breaks this down is sort of as Roman numerals. Batman Begins is 1. The Dark Knight is 2. The Dark Knight Rises is 3. Man of Steel is 4. Batman v 5 versus Superman Dawn of Justice is 5. So it could be a clue.
And then the Sinister Six.
whoa, is that next?
Yeah, I mean that's right.
Oh, that's
What is it? Suicide Squad?
No, Sinister Six is Marvel.
Whoa,
No, not Sinister Six.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
you were wrong with the numbers there.
Oh yeah.
Not
That's wrong with the numbers.
that I knew that. I just found this damn article on Facebook. I don't know anything about this shit.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. It starts with an S. It's 6. So I think that's interesting. I looked up a bunch of Versus movies. Alien versus Predator uses VS. All 3 of them uses VS.
Freddy versus Jason.
So that would
Freddy
be
versus Jason uses VS.
okay. Now we're talking. Now we're talking about how. Yeah. All right.
All of them use VS, not V. And I thought it was weird. Batman v Superman, like either write out Versus or VS. It
V period.
There's something there. There's something there.
V period. Yeah, that was
Something there. Exactly.
Does anybody know anything about Teen Titans?
I don't.
I do.
Oh, you do. So
yeah.
can you explain
take
that
this
one to
one.
me?
So, there's been a new, Teen Titans was on TV, and then Teen Titans came off TV, and in the past year, like this year, I don't watch it religiously, but whenever it's on TV, it's on Cartoon Network, I will watch it. Apparently, and I was reading this, is like, they have a lot of things in Teen Titans pulling from these new movies. Like, they have a Jared Leto-looking character in...
A Jared Leto-looking Joker.
A Jared Leto-looking Joker.
In Teen Titans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I see this. They have 2 Batmans.
Yeah, 2 Batmans, and then there's also someone who they say looks like Rose Wilson with a sword and an eye patch and whitish blonde hair.
Okay. I could.
So
okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I know
Jared
Teen-
Leto. Okay. Yeah, he's got a lot
Yeah.
of the same ha tattoos.
Yep.
He's got the one glove on.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a pretty good one.
Yep.
And now in this there is 2 Batmans.
There's 2
One
Batmans,
is-
and if you can see if you look closely, you can see like the head. Like so, these pictures on the right are pulled out of.
Yeah.
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 So
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, and this says comic book. This actually might be, I don't know, from thing. But anyway, the Teen Titans are obviously like it's Robin, it's
Cyborg,
Cyborg, and
Deathstroke. Ben Affleck, he's got a massive suit on next to Bizarro.
Exactly.
I do see Rose Wilson in the back
with an eye patch on.
With an eye patch on, yes.
Wow.
So, and if they're so that's the thing. Like, if they're pulling, like, Rose Wilson is not a character who's on Teen Titans. That's what I'm trying. Like, I know that for a fact. Rose Wilson is not a character that's on Teen Titans, and they're pulling obviously the Ben Affleck Batman. Obviously, like that suit of armor is, and I'm really saying that that's going to be Jared Leto's Joker. And if you got Rose Wilson there, like, why else?
Yep.
You know.
And Adam, you told me. I mean, Christopher Nolan isn't beyond this, looking into every facet of something. And you said John Blake was used as Robin's name in one coloring book,
in a coloring book. Like people
He's
scoured
not beyond
all Batman paraphernalia to find out who John Blake was to figure this out. Because I actually remember, what is the name of the gangster from Batman Begins?
Franconi?
Yes, Falcone.
Yeah, Falcone.
I do remember
Terry Franconi.
that when
he's manager for the Red Sox. He used to be manager for the Red Sox.
Terry Francona.
I do remember when the movie was when The Dark Knight Rises was first coming out. Nobody knew who Joseph Gordon-Levitt was going to play, and I seeing on his IMDb that the last name was Falcone. Obviously, it wasn't, and it was changed to John Blake. And so John Blake, nobody knew who he was, and then somebody found it. It was in a coloring book, a Batman coloring book, and it was just a kid that Batman saved. Or Batman did something nice for
was John Blake?
In a coloring book, and the kid's name was John Blake, and that was it.
Huh.
I was happy they didn't add the acrobat parents dying.
Oh yeah.
That was
the Chris. That was the
I can't.
What the hell's his name? Chris
O'Donnell.
Yeah, that was the George Clooney Batman, right?
Yeah. What were you saying, Adam? I cut you off.
Nothing. Back to how. Actually, no. We can get into this later about how it is connected. This movie could be connected to the original Christopher Nolan movies because, and it also suggests that Christian Bale could make an appearance in this movie because it's been reported that there are multiple Batman costumes, multiple Batmobiles, and I mean it's tough to keep a big name actor, an Oscar-winning actor like Christian Bale, out of the media for a movie, but. Did anybody know that Matt Damon was in Interstellar?
Nobody. That was a really good point. Yep. Nobody.
When that happened, I felt like an idiot when I saw him on the screen. Was I supposed to know this?
Yeah.
I didn't see Interstellar until this is just
idiot.
I didn't see Interstellar until like March. It came out in November. I didn't see it until March.
Saw it 3 times in a week. IMAX.
So talking about like the costumes, so they have like Batman's armor. That's like other times used by other people in the comics.
Right.
One that's used by Commissioner Gordon. I'm not familiar with it, and another one that's used that's just like by who?
Some dude.
By Arzer. What the fuck is his name? In the new
Azrael.
And the new 52 Batman, which is like the comics that's going on right now for Batman. Like that's like the whole DC universe basically around Batman. It's called the new 52.
Yeah. Going along with what Adam was saying earlier about stealing ideas from each other, I mean, you see Iron Man with all his suits.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? How many suits? Who has a suit? His sidekick buddy has a suit.
I don't know what to make of what they think. Like, they think that it's going to be Bizarro Superman.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't.
First of all, I have a glaring confession before I get into Bizarro Superman. I haven't seen Man of Steel.
Oh my god!
Yeah, see it. It's a good movie.
It was on the other day. I want to see it. I tried watching it once, so I had to stop it for whatever reason. Not because I didn't like it, because I had to go. But
it's good. It's really good. I think it's definitely one of the better Superman movies. Definitely better than the last one.
Oh my! I knew I didn't have to see that one.
That was one of the only movies I fell asleep in the theater.
The only movie I left it. I won't talk about it.
It was bad.
I think the whole Bizarro Superman thing could be where Lex Luthor comes in.
Sure,
because Lex Luthor
clones him, right?
You can see it in the trailer that he has General Zod's body, and he's a scientific genius, and maybe he tries to clone Superman and gets Bizarro Superman.
Yeah, you're right.
I did want to get into the part that says the transition between universes.
What page is that?
Yeah, where are we at? Hold on a second.
12.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the Dark Knight trilogy was really, it was real. It was more real than any Marvel superhero movie. Nobody really has powers in the Christian Bale Batman movies. Right. But you do see in The Dark Knight Rises that Bane is what the guy who wrote this article is suggesting is a meta-human. And a meta-human is somebody who is super strong, super tough, and super intelligent, everything that Bane was.
Yeah.
Batman couldn't have beaten Bane without the help of Catwoman.
Right, he was getting his ass kicked.
He got his ass kicked.
Agree.
Yes.
And the only reason he was even beating him in that fight towards the end of the movie was because he used his greatest asset, his brain, and he busted Bane's mask and caused him obvious discomfort.
Yeah, a weak spot. Yep.
So that's interesting because Slade Wilson is actually a meta-human, super strong, super fast, super intelligent, and in the trailer they show Ben Affleck running into the rubble when Wayne Tower goes down in Metropolis in Man of Steel. They show him what people seem to think will start the movie is that final battle between Zod and Superman in Metropolis.
Which,
sorry, Sean.
That's what happens.
Oh, it's okay.
Basically, Zod and
they destroy the city. They destroy Metropolis.
No, they're in Metropolis. So you're saying he's in Metropolis right now? He's not in Gotham.
Right. Correct.
Okay.
So who would a human be like? Matt and I have seen Man of Steel.
Would a Wayne Enterprises be in Metropolis?
I don't see why not. It's supposed to be the biggest one of the biggest companies, Fortune 500 companies.
So I mean, it would have
multiple locations, right?
All right.
Yeah.
So what they're suggesting is that Slade Wilson is strong enough to run into this rubble and try to save whoever he can save, whereas without his armor and his resources, Bruce Wayne couldn't do that.
No, wouldn't have done it.
I mean, this is looking really into it because I mean, nobody's got bigger balls than Batman. Bruce Wayne would do that. He would run into a building collapsing, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
But
he wouldn't do it recklessly.
Right.
No. He would do it smart. He would grab his shit. He would run. He would do it smart. Yeah. And sneak up on the dust, hide in the shadows.
And then what it suggests is that it has a screenshot of the article that says Wayne Tower devastated. Ben Affleck is holding it, and it says, "You let your family die." Looks to be written by the Joker. Could be written by somebody else. But when has Bruce Wayne ever had a family? Never.
I mean, it's a big one.
That's the big one.
Yep.
They're gonna have to do some serious explaining.
Just like you said, I was so blinded by how awesome the trailer was, and how excited I am for this movie, and how excited that the Joker could be a part of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hinting at that sort of connection that it went overlooked.
I'm gonna get real silly here. Do we see that that's actually Ben Affleck opening the paper?
Yeah.
The trailer.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched it today.
Well, it's cut together. I mean, you see his face. You see him.
But probably right. I mean, that would.
Yeah. I mean, they do.
I gotta call Rick and have him
do
put
that
it in
movie.
there.
They do that in movie trailers a lot too. They do a lot of cutting around. I remember they did a huge for Walking Dead for the new season. They did a huge cut where it's like it looked like earlier on for season 6. It looked like Morgan and Rick were going to kill each other.
Oh yeah.
And it's the season starts off the complete opposite.
Yeah. Here we go.
Which I'm liking right now, by the way. I don't know if you guys are.
I didn't watch the newest one. I didn't watch the newest one.
I do like it.
So back to Lex Luthor, Lex Luthor being in possession of General Zod's body, and sort of creating a clone of Superman, making Bizarro Superman. There's a part in the trailer where Jesse Eisenberg says the Red Capes are coming. The Red Capes are coming.
That's the clone army.
It could be a clone army that he has created, and then this is where it starts to get really crazy, and I started to get really excited. Is that in the trailer? So say Lex Luthor creates Bizarro Superman, an army of Red Capes,
okay,
and it's just Slade Wilson there to fight these to fight Bizarro Superman and the clones.
Okay,
he rips the cloak off of the bat signal, but why is Batman ripping
why
the cloak
is he
off?
calling him?
On the surface, it looks like he's doing that to get Superman. So him and Superman, that's what the trailer leads you to believe, that he's sort of unveiling that sign so Superman will come and they can have their big showdown. But what if he's doing it to call Batman? What if he needs Bruce Wayne's help?
And Christian Bale can see it in Europe.
Yeah. but the bat signal transcends vision.
I'm kidding.
Now, where does Wonder Woman fit into all this?
That's true too.
That they were also saying that like calling Batman. I mean, Bruce Wayne.
So no, she's in
Bruce
this
Wayne
movie?
getting
Yes.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, I'm so behind.
Yeah,
I apologize.
she's in the trailer.
Work has been
It's the girl
From Fast Five.
Fast and
Furious.
from
The
Fast
one
and
that.
Furious.
Okay, yeah, no, I know who
Han's
she is.
girlfriend.
I thought she had her own movie now.
She does.
She will.
Okay, but
gonna
she's
have
in
her
this
own
one.
movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
She will.
and she'll be in Justice League.
Let's see here.
So just to catch up, here's a little overview that I think that my good buddy Rick put
summary?
together.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, no, not the summary. Just before, I don't know, page
This
13.
one? Don't want this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bruce, at the end of the at the end of the Batman series, Bruce is in Europe, fugitive, right? Robin protects Gotham. Hold on, back it up. Well, right there, yeah. Robin protects Gotham. Okay, Man of Steel happens while Robin has assumed Batman's roles, right?
Yep.
Right.
I mean, John Blake has assumed, like we see him at the end. He's found the Batcave.
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
All right. Man of Steel happens. Then Deathstroke / Slade takes the cowl and becomes Batman. Now, what does that mean? He finds
He
John
became
Blake.
Batman,
and Robin is Robin.
Yeah.
and Robin is
Okay.
Robin. Yes.
Deathstroke takes Robin as his sidekick. Joker flees. It's obvious that Joker will be able to get out of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Robin corrupts Joker. I hope they don't just make this jump.
Robin
Right.
corrupted by
I'd like to
Joker.
hear about, huh?
Yeah. Robin
Corrupted by, not corrupts. Excuse me. Joker corrupts Robin. I hope that if this whole thing is true, and this is so cool, I hope it is true. But if it is true, I hope they explain
They talk
that.
about definitely.
I don't want to just jump. I want to know because I'm greedy. Then Deathstroke is Batman. What is it? Attack Joker, arrest Robin, Harley Quinn. Deathstroke. Okay, so now we're creating this Suicide Squad.
Right.
So Deathstroke is the one that puts him in jail, not Batman. Deathstroke takes the cowl off, and then Deathstroke returns to Batman to fool Luthor. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I get that right?
Yeah.
That's really cool. I mean, if you think about it, if Batman is fooling Lex Luthor in this, like Batman's also fooling us. It's like a cool parallel between reality.
Bruce
and
Wayne
DC
and Lex
universe.
Luthor, two of the most powerful figures, obviously know each other.
Oh, absolutely.
And
They're real
Slade
people,
Wilson.
and in the world, they're real people, and
Yeah.
they would know each other. Yeah, absolutely. Does anybody? What is? Again, I'm not an educated person when it comes to comics. Slade Wilson, what is his deal?
I don't know.
He's
much
a
about him.
metahuman.
Yeah, I don't know much.
He's
about
just
him.
he's basically the same. I was reading about him today. He's just basically the same person as Deadpool, except over the years, Deadpool morphed into like this funny anti-hero, whereas Slade Wilson is very smart and very cunning, very strong, very serious.
Yeah.
But he's an assassin. He's a mercenary, and he's sort of. I guess he has a butler too.
Yeah,
Everybody's
you
got
gotta have a
butlers.
butler.
Everybody's got butlers.
I'm starting to reevaluate my
The
life.
DC universe is all about butlers.
Huge Butler fan. Hey, can you grab me a beer? Behind you to the left, Bo.
Oh.
Don't drink, kid. Drink responsibly. If you're a kid out there.
It's and having,
Also, if anybody has information on Deathstroke and they want to send it our way,
yes,
you can tweet it at Average Nobodies. That is on Twitter.
So, do you want? I kind of just want to read exactly what
Read it up.
this
Yeah,
wrote.
go for it.
Matt, you got some
So
music
for-
you can cue up?
For when,
I got no music.
Gather
I'll
round,
put it in
children.
post.
So-
No music.
what the author of this article is suggesting is that Slade Wilson, as Batman, goes to a rooftop to light up the bat signal. He's waiting for Bruce Wayne to turn up with a metahuman army because he's called Bruce Wayne, the real Batman. The metahumans join Deathstroke as Batman to defeat Bizarro Superman and the Red Capes. You must remember that this is still the Nolanverse, so Aquaman, Flash, Wonder Woman, and Cyborg will also be shown in a realistic way. Now, the Jason Momoa, who hasn't been shy about telling people he's Aquaman and he's going to be in this movie.
Yeah,
He's going to be in this movie, too?
Yeah,
supposedly.
he hasn't been shy about it. The Flash, who's rumored to be in this movie, Wonder Woman, who is in this movie, and
This movie's gonna be like 4 hours long.
yeah, on IMDb, someone is credited to play Cyborg.
That might be too short.
Will be shown in a realistic way. In most comics and animations, Bizarro fools everyone into thinking that he is Kal-El. Once he's discovered, his face turns into a monster's. And a piece of merchandising shows a Superman toy comes with a second head, one who is not Superman's face. It's a monster face. This can also happen in Batman Superman with him being a beta version of Doomsday. With the monster loose and the League needs Kal-El to help them, Bruce, Deathstroke, the metahumans attack the prison where the real Superman is, and Kal-El joins the group. The monster is defeated. After the final battle, Lex is arrested and the League is established. It may be that Deathstroke is part of this, meaning the Justice League. Wonder Woman runs research into cloning, and Luthor's experience, so many things will come from her point of view. In the New 52, which is a comic book, Rose Wilson loses an eye while having contact with Kryptonite. Fighting with the clone could be one way that Deathstroke loses an eye. Like he has one eye in the comic books.
Yeah, so he loses his eye in this movie. Right?
And then it says this all leads to Brainiac being the central villain in the Justice League movie. I have no idea where Brainiac came from in this whole article.
It just leads to it.
I guess so. I would assume, since Doomsday is the character that kills Superman, I would assume that he will be in this at one point, and a Justice League movie because he is the primary villain in the DC universe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Question for you guys.
Yes.
I'm excited about this. I know you guys are. Mm-hmm. Let's come down off our high for a second. Is this too much?
It's a lot. It's a lot to digest, and it's a lot to get excited about.
But is it too much to be in this movie? All these people, all this happening.
Look what they fucking do in the Avengers movies. I mean, they added 2 new characters that became main characters in the Avengers movie when there's already like 10 Avengers.
Yeah,
I think that's inevitable.
And now they're adding Ant-Man and fucking Spider-Man to the Avengers.
Right. I think it's inevitable.
Panther.
Oh yeah.
But all of this, it just seemed too much of an elaborate
I think Aquaman will be in it for a snippet. I think the Flash and Cyborg will be in it.
They'll be sprinkled in.
Yeah, come in at the end. I think that's good. I think they'll figure out a way to do it. I also think it's going to start a lot faster than we think it is.
Do you think they throw Aquaman in without a backstory, though? Just chuck him in there. Oh, here's Aquaman. Here's a Flash. He runs fast.
You haven't seen Man of Steel.
I have not. Now, is Aquaman in that?
No. He is not.
I'm just saying, how many times in Marvel does everybody have their base movie?
That's right. That's true.
I mean, not
everybody except for Black Widow.
Everybody. Okay, that and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
They were supposed to have a movie, were they not? Supposed to come out after, I thought. I don't know. I remember reading about it after they got introduced, but I mean that would be an exception.
Aquaman is supposed to be connected because in Batman vs Superman, General Zod wants to make Earth into Krypton, so he has these 2 world engines, and they're placed at polar opposite sides of the planet, one in Metropolis and one in the middle of the Indian Ocean. And the whole thing is that Aquaman is, because the one in Metropolis destroyed the city, the one in the Indian Ocean destroyed the ocean, and Aquaman is heated. He's heated,
pissed off about it.
Because he's like, Superman, you brought this fucking guy here and you wrecked my house.
Wait, so he is in Man of Steel, is what you're saying?
Aquaman is not in Man of Steel.
Oh, you're just assuming
it's actually, it's also, some people have thought of, do you know when, in Man of Steel, when he's working on that oil rig, and, it explodes, and, the sort of whales save him, it's the war, they bring him to the shore, it's sort of suggested that maybe Aquaman did that.
Just you saying that, I feel like that has to be it, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, we're talking about whales saving people now?
Yeah.
I gotta see this movie.
It's good.
It's good.
My bad, audience.
Yeah. I think, so you're saying you think it's too many characters.
I just, I don't know.
I think that the Joker doesn't have to be in it. I don't think
the Joker will be in this in Batman vs Superman. I don't think he'll be in it.
I don't think either that or it's going to be like a cameo in and out, done,
or something to lead you believe that he's there.
I feel like he's so big.
Yeah, something to believe that he's there. Something to lead into the Suicide Squad, definitely. Absolutely.
Post credits.
Yeah, maybe
they come out the same year. This comes out in March. Suicide Squad is August, I think.
March is so far away. What the fuck?
I might die between now and then.
I want to freeze myself, be thawed for Star Wars, and then refrozen and taken out.
Well, if you're gonna do that, just freeze yourself till 2028 or something when the last Avengers is.
Movie.
Yeah, it's just boom. Now you're happy.
True.
We're all a little bit older,
yeah.
but you're the same age.
Yeah, so I I like this. I think that this is when you say it's a lot, like the first thing that comes to my mind is this is just a lot of theory. I think that
I'm not saying that. Do you think this? I don't think this theory is a lot. I think they could do the movie without having to explain each and every part of this theory.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if in the actual movie, like, I don't know, all of this happening, all these people being in it. I mean, people were nervous about Dark Knight Rises having, Catwoman.
Yeah.
Talia al Ghul, if we even knew.
I had no idea Talia al Ghul was going to be in.
Yeah, Bane. I hope not. I mean, I'm excited. But I mean, for the general population, it might be too much. It might be over too many.
It's going to be a combination of this. I could see Bizarro Superman.
I can definitely see Bizarro Superman.
I could also see, obviously, I could see Ben Affleck not being Bruce Wayne.
There's a lot that points to it.
I really think that Ben Affleck is not Bruce Wayne.
It would be so.
My mind
cool.
would be blown.
It would be awesome.
It would
definitely be cool.
Even after reading this, I'd be like, oh.
I mean, Chris Nolan is a chief producer on this.
He's obviously in the Dark Knight trilogy. He was in Man of Steel. He is a producer on this.
If his Superman trilogy, his Batman trilogy was the end for his Batman trilogy, why I feel like
Christian
they brought
Bale
him
has
on.
been said that he loved playing Batman.
I feel like they brought him on. I feel like that there was some kind of thing. You're like, hey, the DC movie's coming up. The DCU, the DC universe we need Chris Nolan to like orchestrate this shit.
I mean,
Memento style.
Yeah, I think that's the most telling part of all of this is the way things lined up. Like, it's going to be Christian Bale. He gets backed out, and then Ben Affleck is it. There's this huge a huge outrage. Christian Bale is going to be Justice League. Pulls out. Justice League isn't, being filmed yet. Christopher Nolan's in all of them. Like, it's that over all of the theory that you can like derive from what V is in, if there's an S after the V, or if it's JOKA and John Blake, like that doesn't really sell me. But the things about like the actual Hollywood stuff, like people who's around, who's not,
that's the most telling stuff too. Because I mean,
the article definitely points you in the direction to think that all of this is true.
Yeah.
But now when I see a trailer and when I see news and I see interviews, it's all I can think about.
And also, like, I mean, I think at the very least, if we get disappointed and Ben Affleck actually is Bruce Wayne, at the very least, this Joker is involved.
At the very least,
in this Batman Superman. Absolutely.
He was the Robin. He was Robin at one point.
Yeah,
that
is
very
the story.
Cool. Very cool.
The suit with the scars is the telling thing.
Right.
There's absolutely no reason for those scars on the shoulders other than that fucking suit and having the two scars on the shoulders. Look up that picture. If you guys are listening to this, look up that picture on this or whatever. Watch the trailer again and pause it. It's in this article. Or just watch the trailer and pause it and look at that.
It's towards the beginning, yeah.
So cool.
I don't know. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. And another thing too, for Ben Affleck not being Bruce Wayne, the mech suit, like the metal suit, is so not a Batman move. It's like so not a Bruce Wayne move.
Yeah, I mean, you hear him say how much he hates it in the is it the second one
when he's like he can't turn.
Yeah, I can't move around. I don't like the flexibility.
That's so not a.
But you know what? It's not a Christian Bale Bruce Wayne move.
But that's fine. But that's the Bruce Wayne that I'm talking about.
It's a
Christian Bale
Slade Wilson Batman move.
That's what I'm
all
saying.
The bells and whistles.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I think this is another Bruce Wayne.
Another Batman.
Another Batman.
Batman is a symbol.
Yeah. If Chris Nolan is the producer in this, I don't think Batman gets a suit of armor unless it's not Bruce Wayne. You follow me? Unless it's
back it up. What are you saying?
If Chris Nolan is producer, he has control of this movie.
Right.
Yep.
I don't think Batman gets this suit of armor. If he's Bruce Wayne,
you would think.
I don't think he gets a suit of armor.
Batman would be more real, like he was in the Dark Knight.
Definitely, absolutely. I think he's pretty real in this. Like he's also his like suit is very just like skin tight, muscly,
right?
With a big cape.
It's not the armor. Like Christian
Bale had. So that leads into the metahuman thing.
The
comic book picture.
The way the cape falls, the
height of the ears,
the colors.
Yes, yeah. The height of the ears is very telling in a Batman movie.
It is.
This one doesn't have.
It's different in every one.
It is.
This one doesn't have the nipples on it though, like the George Clooney one.
That's disappointing.
No.
That's disappointing. Whose idea was it to throw the
Put
nipples
on their suit. The fuck?
Yeah, and that's very meta-humanish,
Right.
right? Like very simple suit with
Yeah.
a sword. That fucking sword picture, guys.
Sword.
There's always something.
Batman does not use. Bruce Wayne does not use a sword. He's got all his tools.
It's a fucking sword.
Tools,
it's something.
not weapons.
Grapple
Good choice
gun.
of
Where
words.
is it? Where's that picture? It's something, man. What the fuck is that? He's holding something.
Yep.
What is that?
Page 9.
9.
And the question mark, the Riddler. That's like.
Yeah, that's
It
cool.
is what it is. It definitely is.
Would love to see Jim
stylistic-
Carrey return. Whoa.
What,
Hey, one of my favorite villains.
was that?
I mean, over the
Was that
Batman.
Clooney? That wasn't Clooney. That was.
That was Jim Carrey.
No. What Batman was that?
Jim Carrey. That was Tommy Lee Jones. I think it was.
No, that was
Val Kilmer.
Yeah,
It
Val
was
Kilmer. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Val.
Yeah, that was Tommy Lee Jones. That was
American Treasure.
Sub-Zero.
No, Sub-Zero was the George Clooney one with Arnold
Oh,
and Poison Ivy.
There was two George Clooney ones
No, one. There was
One-
two Keatons, one Kilmer,
and one Clooney.
3 Bales, maybe 4.
and Adam West.
probably at least 4. 5 bales.
Oh yeah,
5 bales of hay.
Bale's coming back. I don't know.
I don't know how much more I have to say about
No,
this.
I don't
One
even
thing
say
that
about
one
this.
thing that kind of makes me laugh. First page, bottom of the page. Here's a quote. I just know from a good source Ben Affleck will not be Batman in Zack Snyder's Batman v Superman. Quote from, I don't know who the quote's from. That just sounds a little too much like little Bobby Kravitz talking about deflated footballs with Tom Brady.
Yeah. Who knows though? Maybe that's. I mean, if you leak that shit, I assume they're gonna come after you for a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep an eye out.
Well,
on
you know what? You know what?
mysterious
You know what
death.
else is interesting too? Let's see if Batman v Superman doesn't get leaked.
Yeah. I
Because
think
then if that gets leaked, then that means the theory is gonna whatever the movie's about is gonna fucking ravage the internet,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that would be unfortunate.
How many views you say this article had?
It says right here, 786,000 total reads. 93 engagements, 93,000 engagements, which is kind of like, I think if you click to a new page or if you click any link on the page, that's an engagement. But 786,000, that's not a lot of people for this.
No, not for
this
the
website.
internet.
No, not for the internet, especially the way it's been spread around. I
Could be
wonder
more
what it
now.
is. Yeah, I mean, I printed this out at like 3 o'clock today.
You're saying like maybe it's like being taken down, maybe it's being limited.
Nah.
tough to find.
No.
They wouldn't. That would be way too telling.
I'm
Yeah.
just surprised that it's not spreading around quicker. I'm
Right.
surprised
Well,
people
I mean,
know about it.
when I read articles a lot, I look at the comments, especially on stuff like this, to see what people who may know more about comic books than my friends and I do, see what they have to say. And people were just tearing it apart. And there
Tearing
was no,
this apart?
There was no there wasn't any
People just hating.
right. It's
people
not tearing
are
it apart. People hating on it, hating
Gotcha.
on this theory, but like a lot of this stuff really points towards it. Like if you. And the article leads you in that direction,
Yeah.
too, which could have skewed sort of what
They
we're
make it,
looking
yeah.
at here.
It's all theory.
We can all agree that something's fishy about this movie. It's not going to just be a straight up Batman, Superman, Lex Luthor.
No,
It'd
because
be boring now. I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
It's just ruined for me now.
It's not going to be that. Something's up with this
all,
Batman.
all we really know about this movie is that at one point Batman and Superman fight.
Yeah, or Bizarro Superman.
Right, but that's all we know.
Yeah.
Like all we know is that
And,
Ben
and Bruce Wayne's family dies.
Ben Affleck is
Doesn't have a
pissed.
family.
Quote Bruce Wayne, unquote.
Ben Affleck is pissed that Superman had this fight and destroyed Wayne Tower. That's all we know. We don't know a whole lot about this movie.
But and that's the other thing too.
Is that
He's
proof
neither-
that's where it comes from? Is that a theory or is that proof that
What? They just no in
the
tra-
fight?
Yeah,
the trailer, it shows-
the trailer leads you to believe that Bruce Wayne was there when
Okay.
Metropolis was destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Batman was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
it
no.
leads you to believe that Ben Affleck as Bruce
Ben
Wayne
Affleck
was there.
I'm gonna say
A man was present when it happened.
yes. A man was
Man with
present.
beautiful
With a nice- with
hair.
a nice
A
suit.
man was present. with Game of Thrones.
Well-defined jawline.
Yeah, and he wasn't running because it was. He was running after his family. He was running for his family,
Yeah.
which doesn't exist. Bruce Wayne does not have family.
Part of me also thinks, like, I don't know. If Bruce Wayne is in Metropolis, wouldn't he be at Wayne Tower?
I think they talk about this and that in this article.
Yeah, why is he walking around the street like some kind of peasant?
No. This is what happened. In this article, he says that, again, I'm mixing facts with a conjecture, but he, at some point, he sends his family to Wayne Towers to hide.
Oh, because of the, yeah.
Because he thinks it's safe there.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not safe.
Okay, I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's...
Oh, that Slade Wilson sends his family.
Yeah.
I got you.
Well, I mean, he's acting as, Batman. He figures that's probably safe. I don't know.
Also, you know what? You know what else too is that I was just thinking about this. We've been saying this the whole time that when has Batman had a family, but that's exactly the type of thing that Joker would do to get to Bruce Wayne. Would say he let his family die as a child, like he let his parents die.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Because even in the Christopher Nolan Batman's, like,
yeah, but
he blames
you see
himself.
in the movie he runs to the tower and grabs hugs a little girl.
Yeah, here. So Bruce is a refugee and Deathstroke is Batman. Slade and his family of mercenaries went from Metropolis to investigate. As the city was being destroyed by Zod, he orders his family to take refuge in buildings of Wayne Enterprises because he knew Bruce. But as we see in the trailer, he receives a phone call informing him that blah, 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 fell down. So, I don't know. It's fun.
I'm excited. Lots of good movies coming out. Just can't wait for Star Wars. So fucking excited for Star Wars. I can't even stand it.
Better not suck.
It's going to be awesome. It can't suck. It can't suck.
Matt and I were talking about this one day that, like, J.J. Abrams is our generation's Steven Spielberg.
When he's
at least he's trying to be.
When he first came out as the director, I was like, you can't do
Star Wars and
Star Trek. I was an idiot.
Yeah.
I still am an idiot.
If that guy really wants to make a boatload of money, because there's an Easter egg in...
Are you saying he's going to combine the two trilogies?
And there's you can.
You about to tell me he's going to combine?
R2-D2 is in Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, it's a J.J. Abrams connection.
Yeah.
But I mean,
he's just walking around.
If this guy wanted to, if this guy literally wanted to wipe his ass with gold, but he could do that.
But it's the same thing with Spielberg and Lucas. They put E.T. in episode.
That's true. In Star Wars
2 or whatever it was.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones.
So it's his connection. I don't know if he knew he was doing Star Wars when he put R2-D2. You know what I mean? Did he know he was doing Star Wars when he put R2-D2 in Star Trek?
No way.
He didn't know.
Well, I don't know actually. I sit at a desk all day, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for I'm excited for this. Obviously, I'm excited for Star Wars. Obviously, there's really no other movie between now and Star Wars though that I'm like need to get to the theater to see. Right? What else is coming out?
Nothing really jumps to mind.
I'm just thinking. Sorry, I kind of spaced out there. Yeah. I mean, you could just say that the Star Wars and the Star Trek universes are combined. Star Trek is future. Star Wars is past.
Is a galaxy.
So as long as you're watching Star Trek, you can just assume that they've met at some point in the future, and Star Wars is simply the Star Trek universe's past.
Yeah,
none of the characters overlapped. That would make no sense.
Is Star Wars supposed to be happening like now, but
No, a long time ago in a galaxy far away. Yeah. Star Trek is far in the future from now. So,
so you're saying like right now, Star Wars already happened a long time ago.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Of course, if it's that far away, if we looked into a telescope, we maybe would be seeing the battles going on, but we won't get into interstellar science and everything. Okay.
Oh, so I told Adam this. I bought Interstellar on Blu-ray, and it came with a frame of IMAX film from the movie.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
It's pretty cool. $9. It's pretty sweet.
$9 for the DVD and that?
$9 for a Blu-ray, a digital copy, and a regular DVD of it. I can watch it any fucking way.
Have you even watched it? Is it real?
Oh yeah,
it works.
And
$9 for a Blu-ray.
And I looked. I put the.
I get that in the $9 bin for Blu-ray. I mean, come on. I'm getting like Tommy Boy at $9.
Yeah, I put the film up to the a light bulb, and it was like one of the scenes where the black astronaut
penny scene.
and Anne Hathaway are on the ship.
Yeah. What are they doing on the ship, Matt?
Boning. Jerking off in space.
now we've crossed.
Yeah, we've gotten way off the topic here.
This might be it.
Do you want to close us out here for Batman vs Superman, Matt? Yeah. Batman v Superman.
So here's I'm gonna give. Let's all go around the table.
Batman 5 Supermans, more than one Superman, army of red capes. Are you kidding me? Shit. Multiple Supermans.
Let's go around and let's give our predictions. for what we think. What we think of this. What we think is going to be in the movie, and what we think is the most far-fetched thing in this article.
I'll go first. This article is correct. This is what needs to happen, or I'm going to be super disappointed.
This is what we want to happen. This is what
we want to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'll be disappointed. Not disappointed. I'm sure I'll love every second of it. Who am I kidding? But it's pretty cool. The Joker sequence is cool.
I agree with Sean. I think that this would be an awesome and amazing twist that would just go down in movie history.
Oh yeah,
forever.
Pull a wool right over our eyes.
Of course, the internet ruined it for us.
I don't know if it's gonna happen though. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I don't know if these studios have the balls nowadays to pull off a twist like this.
Might be too good to be true.
But I do think the Joker thing is I think the Joker and Robin are connected. I'm regardless. I'm excited to see this, and if this is true, I would be a little upset that Ben Affleck isn't Batman, but I would soil myself if Christian Bale showed up. I would lose my mind. He's my Batman. Matt?
First off, again, I want this to happen. I don't think the article is too far off. I think the stuff about the toys might be pushing it a little far, and it's really not necessary. Just another thing to add on to this.
Yep.
I think that Joseph Gordon-Levitt happening to kind of be the same physique and look as Jared Leto.
Alike. You could have said Tom Cruise. They could have cast
Michael
Tom
Fassbender.
Cruise.
Yeah,
right.
That's all too Illuminati for me.
Yeah. So no. I think there might be something with the name John Blake and joke and all that stuff that they said about it. I think there could be something about that. I think definitely the Joker, Jared Leto Joker, and the suit with the two holes punched in it, the wounds, definitely connect.
Family.
That definitely connects for me. The Bruce Wayne not having a family is a huge red flag for me. That's crazy. The fact that Ben Affleck pulls the sheet off of the bat signal.
Yep.
Something's crazy about that.
That would be awesome.
I don't think it's just him signaling Superman. I don't think it's that.
Right. No, he's signaling Batman, Aquaman, all those people.
Yeah,
that's what you're telling me.
I don't think it's that.
Telling me.
So,
the suit.
And the suit, the mech suit says something.
No, not just the Ben Affleck.
Oh
suit.
yeah, no, yeah. So that suit and whatever he's carrying in that picture,
yeah, sword. Yep.
Whatever he's carrying, what is that, and why is that one of the scenes of the trailer?
And if somebody was going to take over for Batman, from my limited amount of research today about Slade Wilson, it points every direction to it being him. Especially because it is him. The
metahuman stuff just shouts out at me. I love it.
Yep.
So that's where I'm at with that. I can't wait for this movie now. It needs to happen. This needs to happen. The only thing I'd be disappointed in is I'd hope that Ben Affleck, whoever he is, would continue on in the next, the Justice League movies. He would also be.
It could even turn into where Ben Affleck, where Deathstroke becomes a villain, because he is a villain.
I was gonna say my limited knowledge, he could be in. Maybe he's in Suicide Squad at some point.
Yeah, definitely. So who's Deadshot is
Will Smith.
Will Smith's character in Suicide Squad.
Deadshot and Deathstroke, different characters.
Yeah, two different characters, but similar. Both kind of not really. I guess Ben Affleck, Will Smith is more of a human, but one of them has he has the bionic eye. Slade Wilson happens to have no eye, that.
Yeah, Bane being a metahuman.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're sort of these DC movies. They're sort of blurring the lines between being a superhero and someone with abilities.
Yeah,
I realize Superman is typically an alien, but as soon as you add a Superman. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
He can do literally whatever he wants. You know what I mean? And it's so now you have basic human people, Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
Then you have Superman, and then you have everybody in between. Kind of opens the doors for everybody. So if you are going to combine the two, you got to imagine it's all possible.
Yeah.
So Sean, you need to see Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
I don't have it on.
No, I don't have it.
Nah, it's on HBO or so. It was on TV the day I watched.
It's on all the time. Check that out.
I'm excited.
Yeah, until the next one. I think we should get back together. I think we should definitely get back together after we all see Star Wars and talk about that.
I have to see it a week late, like a prisoner.
Yeah, I'm seeing it the Sunday morning after it comes out.
I guess I might see it Friday. What does it come out Thursday?
Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday. So you'll see it the next day.
I guess I might see it Friday.
But we should definitely get back together for that.
All the tickets gone?
Yeah. We were here on Monday night, like slamming our computers against the wall, trying to get tickets, and it was not happening.
Yeah, we're sitting right in these seats.
Yeah.
Wow. How much are they?
Just IMAX,
15
$16 bucks each.
Gotcha.
Just like the site was jammed because it wasn't happening.
But if we for whatever reason want to watch a movie that we all haven't seen or something that we like and we want to get back on the podcast and talk movies, I would really enjoy that.
Are you asking me out?
Yes, I am. I'm asking you all on a date to go see a movie.
G-Mac, you want to come?
Do you have like a special Average Nobody's podcast sign off, or do we just
usually
click the button?
usually the doctor handles that?
Oh God,
he is not with us today, so I'm gonna do a sign off for the podcast, and it's
thanks for listening.
Yeah, there we go.
Hope you read this article.
If you got this far, hey, thanks for being here.
Yeah,
I hope somebody listens to this.
If you got this far, thank you for listening. That's amazing. If you got this far and you're listening to it on YouTube, comment below that you got this far. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Are you going to tweet this?
Yeah.
Okay, retweet it.
Retweet that shit. Favorite it. Yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube. It's also gonna be on the blog. It's also gonna be on iTunes. So subscribe to our podcast. And until next time, this is the Average Nobodies. And
peace.
See you later.
Later.